Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico at the Creativity Cave. I have a really awesome card to share with you today, and I can't wait to show you how easy this one is to put together. It also features a layout that I created using my Facebook class template, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what my Facebook class is and why I think you definitely should join. So let's get started. All right, guys, this beautiful card is created with our new product medley called Boho Indigo. And this product medley is really awesome. You can find it at kind of the very beginning of our new catalog. And it is a stamp set with coordinating dies. There are printed papers, ribbons, embellishments, embossed papers. These are kind of like laser cut, die cut pieces. It is an amazing kit. And you can even get a refill for it with some of the consumable items, which is pretty cool. So I am going to take and use one of the printed papers from here. And let me show you the patterns because they're really beautiful. You can see one side is kind of got a lighter white and vanilla pattern, and then the other side is kind of a darker pattern. So let me show you. Actually, these are kind of light, but they're all these beautiful patterns, and then backside has different patterns on them. So they're really fun. Okay, so I'm going to choose this piece for mine. I've cut my panel to be 3 by 4 inches. I'm going to adhere that to a 3 1/8 by 4 1/8 inch panel with a little bit of my snail adhesive. No, seal, sorry. It used to be called snail, but they made it 10 times better, so they had to call it seal instead. All right. I also will have a card base that is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 inches, or a half sheet of cardstock. I'll fold that in half, and using my bone folder, give it a good crease, and we'll add this on top. Now, I mentioned that this is one of the layouts that I feature in, or I have featured in a previous Facebook class. So this is kind of like my little sample layout card, and I've got the dimensions on the back. So this is from my June 2020 class, and we made this really cute layout. And then in the class, I show you how to take this layout and incorporate it into different projects with different color combinations, papers, shapes, etc. So it's a really great class. It really helps you improve the speed at which you stamp. It kind of helps increase your creativity and work with printed papers and color combinations. So all good things. And this is actually one of my most popular classes. So if you'd like to get in on the July class, I will put the link to that in the description of this video, along with all the supplies that I'm using for today's projects. All right, so I've got my card base kind of started here. That looks great. I also have in this kit look at this beautiful embossed paper. There's a few different patterns of it that come in this kit. You can see they're really beautiful. I'm going to take just a strip of this because according to my card layout here, I need a 1 1/2 by 5 inch piece of this. So I will trim this out with my trimmer, so 1 1/2 inches, and it says 5, but I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to take my triple banner punch and slide this piece in, give it a punch, and then we'll go ahead and adhere it across our card here. I'm just going to put a line of seal down and then position this on my card about right there. That looks good. I'm just going to trim that excess off like so. And isn't that pattern so pretty? It's not too busy, but it's just kind of the right touch. Now, speaking of textures, I have punched with my 2 1/4 inch circle punch, a little circle of old olive cardstock, and I'm going to do one of my favorite techniques, which is called the Faux suede technique, where I run my bone folder all across the circle here until the layers of cardstock literally start to separate. I'm breaking down those fibers so that they will separate. And you can see, do you see how it's already kind of pulling apart? Then I'll just do it the rest of the way, and then look at that beautiful texture. So it looks just like suede. So I'll go ahead and adhere this on my card as well, like that. Okay, so pretty. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. So in my stamp set, there are 3 vases that I can choose from, and I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful printed vase with kind of that floral pattern. And I've got a scrap of my Very Vanilla because the background in here coordinates with the vanilla. So we'll stamp this in Night of Navy. And we'll go ahead and die cut this out. I've also taken from the set of dies and die cut this beautiful little branch out. And I'll be right back, and we'll put the rest of our card together. One of the things I love about this product medley are all the beautiful dies that come with this set. And these different smaller vases can also be combined in with the larger vases to create a cool effect. So this is really an amazing bundle of products. Okay, so I've die cut my vase here. I want to pop that up onto this beautiful suede, soft suede circle, or not soft suede, faux suede circle. So I'll take a couple of dimensionals and put those on the back like this. I want to leave a little bit of room so that I can have some room to tuck this branch in on the top of my vase. And when I was creating this card, I actually stamped and die cut these pink flowers. This is Magenta Madness ink, but I just couldn't quite get, I didn't like the way it looked. So instead, I decided to take one of those die cuts, and these are gold foil. And so there's a flower, and there's several sheets of these, and we've got a bunch of different labels, but I wanted this one right here. There's 2, and one's just a teeny bit bigger than the other. So I took the smaller one, and I've got my magenta ink, and I've got a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to sponge a little bit of this ink right at the center of this beautiful foil flower, and then you can see it just adds a little bit of color. Isn't that pretty? All right, we'll pop this up on top of our vase, and we'll, like I said, tuck this behind. I'm going to rip off some of these just because they get in the way. And then we'll glue dot this and stick it right in here like so. Okay, and then I will also pop that foil flower up. So pretty. There we go. Ooh, so cute. All right. I also wanted to add my sentiment on here, but I didn't want to cover up too much of my vase because it's so pretty. So what I'm going to do is take my sentiment and stamp that at the bottom of this scrap of Very Vanilla, and then I'll just trim this out so I can add it to my card. And again, I'll be able to see the design of my vase much easier. And if freehand cutting works better for you, of course, do that. But I like to be able to square things off with my trimmer. So that looks great. And I will just go right over this with some seal and place it on here. Now the last finishing touch that I want to add to this is one of our new in color enamel dots. These are just such fun little pops of color. So we'll take one in with our take your pick tool and just place that right in the center of our flower. And now it's really finished off nicely. Of course, if you'd like, you can add something to the inside of your card. So we can take and add this vase, which might be kind of fun. Get my old and maybe we'll do one of the other ones as well from the stamp set. as just a fun little decoration in here. Like so. And then we'll just add this to the inside of that card, and that is it. A really beautiful card, a lovely layout, and a great product medley. Now, if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies that I used to create this beautiful card, please shop my online store. I would love to be your demonstrator and spoil you with my VIP rewards program. You can shop the links in the description of this video or shop my online store from my blog at thecreativitycave.com. And don't forget to click right here and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of these awesome videos. And thank you guys so much. Oh, and of course, if you'd like to join our Facebook class, it's a really awesome class. All of those details can be found again in the description of this video, and you can register. Our first class for the July session is going to actually start tomorrow, the 21st. Thanks, guys. Have a great day and happy stamping. Bye-bye.